please make this country right and everything. Then I was seeing those reactions. Where you go somewhere, they will say iPod party. They call LP. iPod person tell me the like person stopped for road, was driving, stop and shouted iPod party. We're doing street to street. We walked to. That's why there was a space one LP idiot. I've always known that guy to be overvalued. I think it was Master Grandmaster that cleared him when I know that Grandmaster, but he knows how to use words. So we after all these things, then the immediate aftermath, I myself, I couldn't come out for like 3 weeks because the threat was that was the state election, not the federal election. I can't. No, nobody will not come out now because the memo was clear. Oh boy, if you go come outside, GRV thing was strong. Oh. Don't let anybody deceive you guys. He strong die. It was when they now up their antic and everything. They went out before they didn't cover. That was the presidential election. They were allowing us and they did everything. When they say the address on the wall was clear, oh boy, even in their stronghold, I mean, APC dominated the environment. I'm telling you, somebody who was on ground, I worked everything. Even in King's Palace, Oba Palace, and everything, they flog APC with no good. They now took off their their mask. I said, oh yeah, make everybody come fight. I couldn't step out of my house. I was paranoid because the report you guys were getting was not the full report. I have pictures and videos. People will say, although it's not exaggerated. People say they look fair. My guy was fair. He's tired by me. I couldn't believe it. I'm breaking head because he was looking at everything. So I couldn't step out. He was there. Everything about Nigeria and everything died a natural death. Like there are people in my life that they are so surprised that how can I not see? Because I'm not a passionate person. Like if one my phone I will talk everything. My this thing is dead. So what am I saying here? The two sides no good. It's like the devil and the deep blue sea. I thought in themselves are not even they don't even help matter. And this whole thing about killings and everything to this point, it just doesn't at this point should the people not take law into their hands. Because that's the way it should go. It's going to now. For how long? For how long? The two sides, no, the Nigerian side, that is the federal government side or the state government side, they know they act like people who say what's up with issue. The IPOP side too, there are now a bunch of mad people, they are miscreants. They don't even they don't even be options there. So what will the people do? I think they just want us. This corner we are in now. That's what the political class wants us in. So I will be talking like this, do your thing. Before you know, tension will come again, and before you know, the status will not change. You understand? So I'm just speaking dispassionately. Okay, maybe I'll hang up here for any time I have opportunity to speak again.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay, I don't mean let's see if we have the hand up again.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Impa. Good afternoon to each and every one of you that is here. And I must tell you, Mr. Imperfect, that I have cattle. I inherited cattle. Immediately I left the Nigerian army, I returned to my fatherland, Upper East region, Bolgatanga, Upper East region of Ghana. I inherited cattle. And the time I inherited this cattle, there were 178 of them and the 122 calves. That was what I inherited. 122 calves, 178 heads of cattle. That was what I inherited from my father. And it is not only me. My uncles that are alive are also helping me to manage it. I happened to go to Niger Republic where I brought these Buzu people, the Buzu people that look like the Showa Arabs. I brought them here with their families and they are taking care of my cows. I have cows. And it is in improvised ranch. The space covered is not even up to 4 football field. And they are fed in there. Look, I want to ask, why? That is my private business that I inherited. Even when my dad was controlling it, it was his private business. Why would anybody, in this time and age, use his or her own private business to destroy other people's private businesses. Why? To the extent lives are lost in the process. And the government cannot do anything for you. You see, I'm here to tell you, you have no government, you have no governors, you have no security. Every one of them are in bed with these people that are committing these atrocities in Igbo land. How do you want to tell me, Igbo people, Igbo men that are here speaking grammar, how do you want to tell me that you will leave your village, leave your parents, leave your sisters and aunties at home, hoping that they are fine, only to be treated the way they are treating them? In Enugu, in Wamufu, Ebonyi State, and other places. Recently, they blocked Ngokwa Road. They blocked Ngokwa Road. These were some of the things that made Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to establish ESN. The lackadaisical attitude, the complete abandonment of the citizens by your governors in Southeast. Let me concentrate the Southeast right now. Was the reason why a young girl was raped to death. They took turns and videoed it that made Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to establish ESN. And it yielded results. Majority of you came out, some of you that are here now speaking grammar, you came out attacking Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that is not the way to do it. If he can do it, he must go through the governors. The governors that are there, the governors, even when they establish their own, Mr. Imperfect, I don't know how many times, because I have a lot to say. That is my mother's ancestral land. I am Yokene. And it bothers me to see what is going on in Igbo land, part of Biafra land. It worries me. How do you want to tell me that someone, an uncircumcised idiot, will carry cattle from outside, enter into your ancestral land and begin to rape your aunties and mothers and take turns on them, even to the extent the passing sticks into their private part? What kind of nonsense is this? And you people are here speaking grammar. You people are here speaking grammar. Igbo people that were known to be very, very brave, and when they speak, the rest of the country will listen. Because you people were tested before. If not that there was a gang up against, even including some of the Igbo people, against Ojukwu. Supposing Ojukwu got support, especially from the main political elite as at that time. Ojukwu could have won that war. Biafra would have been today. And we will be thinking, oh, how will it be? How will it be? Maybe we will not be. Nobody will come from Sahel to come and rape our mothers and put sticks into their private parts. Are you people not worried? Are you people not worried? Mr. Integrity, Mr. Imperfect, am I coming out loud? Please.
I'm very worried. Yes, you are.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Why will you? Igbo people, man, you come out here, you speak grammar. You accuse Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that he brought insecurity in Southeast Igbo land, destroy your economy. You came out here, you spoke grammar. They went to, because of your support too, and the support of the political elite, the governors, one of them is Willie Obiano. They were the first people that proscribed Mazi Nnamdi Kanu as a terrorist. Southeast governors, go and check it, it's there. They went to Kenya, kidnapped him, brought him home. Till today, there is very serious, miscarriage of this against that man. It is there. You people are witnessing it. You blame him. Even when he tried to do something that your governors could not do, you blame him. That one is there now, lying low. Simon Ekpa came out. Hey, all of you came out. Simon Ekpa is causing insecurity in Biafra land. This one is going on IPOB, autopilot. All of you spoke all the grammars that you spoke that time on this space, YouTube and Facebook. They have captured Simon Ekpa in Finland, who is now committing the insecurity in the land. Today, all of you will come out here and say, what I was telling you people that time, me, that is Yokene, simply because I had access and I served. I stayed in Nigeria, in Igbo land for 32 years. 18 of it was in 1 mechanized infantry division, where I served. Fought 5 wars in that during my time, and came out and came back and resigned 2004 and came out alive. I didn't die. God was so kind. You blame Simon Ekpa. You blame their young agitators in Biafra land that they are the cause of insecurity. Today, who were the people that blocked the road, Ngokpala Road, that prevented you, your parents, your aunties, cousins from traveling on that day? Who were the people? I saw some arrests that they made. I do not know who, whether they were the people that were involved in those things. They were all Fulani people. Where is the IPOB and the Biafran agitators that you people are talking about? If I will have my way, since you people are cowards, young men, the only time you have strength to fight is when it is your own brother or your sister. That is the time. Asina otu enwere eze, otu enwere eze mana o nwere amụ, otu ya afu ofuzie eze ọ ga-eji wee tabi amụ. That is how you people behave. Ike nka n'ụlọ, unu amaghị eke n'ama. That is what you people are. You kill your own and present your own to your enemy to slaughter. And after they finish slaughtering them now, what is happening now? It is IPOB, Simon Ekpa, Mazen Namdokan. They are the people causing insecurity now. Those ones that they have arrested today, are they IPOB or Biafran agitators? Una go explain tire. If I will have my way, I will pay for Fulanis from Mauritania to invade Igbo land and deal with you people, because you people are cowards. You only have power when it is your own. When it is an outside, you become politically correct in everything. It will affect all of you. Mazen Namdekani, do you remember what the Meiti Allah said in Channels TV interview? That because of Mazen Namdekani's ESN, they can no longer do business in Southeast, where you doing business in the bushes, raping our women and our sisters and aunties, preventing them from attending to their farms and so on and so forth. Is that your business that you were doing over there? What made Mazen Namdekanu to establish ESN? Is it not the atrocities committed by these armed Fulani headers? If you were doing your own business, get a place where you would do it, because it's your private business. Do you think that anybody could come after you? You came into my land. I gave you opportunity to stay there, and you want to prevent my people from going into their farms, attending to their farms. You rape them and kill them, and you tell me that I will look at you. If I have the opportunity, I will deal with all of you. And Igbo people,
please forgive us.
Since you have the strength, thank you, I will round up with this. Since you have the strength to fight your own, I will support the armsmen to enter into your village and begin to deal with you people one after the other. Because that is what you had. That is what you want. And that was the result that you will get when you join hands to fight your own. Go and read the Hausa Caliphate and how the Hausa indigenous people were conquered. They used the Hausa indigenous people to fight the Hausa indigenous people. And that is what they are doing. History has a way of repeating itself. And it is going to happen to all of you. If you do not stop this nonsensical political correctness that you are doing, to the detriment and to the cost of the life of your own people. Do you know what it takes for a woman to survive rape? Rape, someone that you don't have nothing, no value system with, will come out, uncircumcised idiot will come out and put his joystick into your auntie's anus. And they will not even do it and allow them, they will still kill them. And you will come out here, come here and see what Nana Akufo-Addo did to them at Agogo in Ashanti Kingdom. Go and see the videos there. It wasn't the army, it was the Ghana police that went there and chased them away. Since your governors cannot chase them away, why can't you fight them? Those that volunteer to fight, you come after them, you criticize them, just like this other guy that spoke now was criticizing them again. If they have opportunity, I will support them to enter into your villages and deal with you, because the only time you have power is when you are attacking your own brother and your sister. Mr. Imperfect, thank you so much, and God bless you.
Thank you so much. I think that time the thing for Ghana was either 2019 or 2020. I can't recall. And Ghanaian police
it's about 2019. It's about within 2019 or 2018, 2019 or thereabout.
Exactly. And the police were telling them that, hey, this is not Nigeria. go to Nigeria and do that nonsense. I was so embarrassed. They said, oh, this is Ghana, this is not Nigeria, and this is not Nigeria. You should go and do that nonsense. And they never returned. And they spoke to them in language which was not true. That's unfortunate. Papichulo, over to you, please. After you come to see Ikoa, then come to the Papichulo, are you there? No. Okay, Zikoa, please go on.
Hello, Dalon, everybody. Am I speaking out? Am I speaking loud?
Loud and clear, yes.
Dalon Orienne. Mwakwamiki isu Igbo.
Biko, I'm
I'm gonna see when it's here Igbo at the same time.
I beg now, try speak English so that we'll fit follow you. I
Yeah,
beg. My Igbo na 0/100.
exactly. It's nice. You should
Don't
talk
worry.
well. Okay, you can
Thank
speak in
you,
English.
the organizers of this space. I'm very grateful. And the last person that spoke, Mr. Awin Sabo, I've never heard you speak before. You've spoken so well. A sị na ndị Igbo si na onye na-amara ebe mmiri nọ bido ma ya ga-amara ebe ọ na wee kwụsị ya. If you don't know where the rain started to beat you, it will be difficult for you to know where the rain stops. It's very painful and pathetic what is going on in Igbo land. And it's very, very, very painful when I see some of our young people, intellects, exposed people who have gone who have gone places, when they speak the way they speak regarding what is going on in Igbo land. It's very painful. All of us, we might be wherever we are in the world, but home is home. You can't tell me that everything is well in Nigeria. You can't tell me that we have government in our eastern region and those people who has that power to secure the people are shying away from their responsibilities. So it's obvious that is either they are stooge or they are on a spell that, or they have taken an oath, or there is something not right, or they are under blackmail. Because you can't tell me that this kind of evil that is going on in Igbo land can be going on and the governors will keep quiet. No reaction, no sympathy, no remorse. Just take the last incident in Hamufu as example. I don't know if the governor of Enugu State have spoken or have gone to Hamufu to say have addressed the protesters, our mothers that are protesting. I don't know if he has. Someone can let me know if something like that has happened. So it's very sad. But not just that, ebe m na ọka njọ bụ na ọkwa ndị obedient, ndị chọrọ ịchị Nigeria, ndị ọ bụ n'ọva bụ they are the most smartest, the most wisest people in the world. They know solution to everything. So are you telling me that IPOB or ESN they say that they have been the problem of the Eastern region? So the one that are doing these things now, are they IPOB? Simon Ekpa being aside, I'm not. I wouldn't say I'm not in support of what Simon Ekpa is doing. I'll be clear. The taking of he was the one taking responsibility for action. IPOB never admitted that they were responsible for whatever they did not do. So I blame Simon Ekpa. He wants to take responsibility that something happened here. He takes responsibility and he does that. Mana what even Nachi Hubna? Mazin Nnamdi Kanu did not create ESN because Onakatara created ESN. Or even Melazo Azujueba, even Melazo Azujueba, Bako Abako. Akamelazo Mbako. Abuluna, if the governors of Eastern region, of our region, are doing their responsibilities, which they sworn to protect the interests, the properties of the people that elected them, I don't think there will be need for someone to raise try to protect his people. So we have to go back to the drawing board and ask, what is the problem? What is the cause of what is going on? For me, Nuchenkem, with the handwriting on the wall, it's obvious that this is politically motivated. Reason being that when someone that came forth in an election was pushed to first position by APC government, after that happened, the insecurity in Igbo land was started. Maybe when they started attacking unknown gunmen, it's also in that Imo state before it started spreading to other eastern region. So when you look at the handwriting, when you look at what is happening, you see that it's obvious that it's politically motivated. And that being said, if you say that the Fulanese, I heard that the other one, in Ogapala, it was next to the army checkpoint. So what is the army doing? And the herdsmen are next to them, and the people are being attacked. Tell me, have you ever heard that a Fulani herdsman that killed people was arrested or prosecuted? Give me how many number of Fulanis are in the cell or in the prison because of they killed in a Hamufu, in a Yoruba land, in a Benue state, in a Enugu state. Just tell me where they have been held, persecuted, and put into jail in this Nigeria we are. So anybody that is coming out to say or blame anybody that is taking action, yesterday or 2 days ago, I heard that someone was sentenced to death for protecting himself. These are the people that are to protect you. These are the people that have the power, that are you voted to speak for you. Are they speaking for you? So it's very particular. My annoyance, our young people that are thinking that all is well, that but when you rule, if by president of Nigeria, all will be well. I'm laughing because if we, as long as we keep quiet, shying away from our responsibility and lying to ourselves, let's pray that our Igbo land will remain safe for all of us to come back to. The people that are outside, the people that are home, that don't want to reason properly. Thank you so much for this opportunity. I just want to express my how it's in my mind, but all is not well. We should sit up. We have to sit up as a people. We have to tell ourselves the truth. We have to fight because. Thank you so much. I yield the mic for the next person to contribute.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay, Papuchilo, are you not there? If not, to come to OJ.
Empa, I'm here. Empa.
Go on.
Mm-hmm. You see this thing, man. I greet everybody. The problem here is this. We have some crazy set of governors in Southeast that have refused to stand up against this menace, killing our people, coming to our bushes. It is wrong. But in our own case, in Alibo, we want to be woke. We want to be woker than those who taught us how to be woke. It's a disgrace that in this time and age, our people are being killed helplessly in our bushes, in our farmlands. These guys are supposed to be miles away from us. I'm not happy because it's a disgrace for what we stand for, generally as an Igbo. I am a Wundi Igbo. We are not cowards. But this to continue in Enugu, in Ebonyi, and some part of Anambra, it's a shame on us. Honestly, it's a big disgrace. Because sometimes when I see these gory videos, it breaks my heart. It breaks my heart, not because those Fulani can overpower us. It breaks my heart because those guys can be overpowered. But then, most of our governors sit down there and do nothing. I don't feel happy that we are even discussing it on the space because it's something that if you are coming to even discuss it on the space, it should be a thing of, okay, you have overpowered them. Yes, I may not be a supporter of some certain things that what's this guy's name? Samuel Ekpa is doing, but if you look at it in the other way around, I don't know what else to defend. You all can see that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu stood for something. And most of our Southeastern governors knew the reason why that guy was standing against these oppressors. Because, of course, you have to stand up and defend yourself. Defend your people. Stand for your people. Not allow outsiders come in to kill your people, rape your women, and make us look like we can't do anything. It's a disgrace. We have no other place to call home apart from that Southeast. And we have to do all we can to protect our home and region. I use my mic. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And OG, book of
Parish priest, wait, yes, I want to ask one question. Parish priest, my God.
OG, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Somebody said he wants to ask a question. That was why I hold on.
Then
Parish priest, did you hear me? Imperfect, did you hear me?
Yes, ask your question.
I wanted to know, I want to ask, is there ever a time that any of the Southeastern governors or elders or not just governors, was there ever a time that they called out Simon Ekpa? Was there ever a time that they, kind of rebuked him or, pushed back on what Simon Ekpa stood for?
Sorry, what was your question? Because I didn't get that.
So anyone can answer that because something don't make
Who
sense to
heard
me.
the question?
Something don't make sense to me. I'm asking if
Not
there
to
was
my
ever a time
knowledge.
that
I can't remember such happening.
okay, but
Yes, yes. Let me answer you. Bro, because I've been following even from the time when I was also in the military. I followed this man. What is his name? Wazirike and his own group as well. I follow Mazen Nnamdi Kanu as well. I follow Simon Ekpa, and I'm abreast with all that they were doing. Most of the things that they were doing was because of the inability of the state governors
Sorry,
to,
I think he's talking about the current Southeast governors, not the era of Wazirike.
Yes, now, Mazi, you know now, Namoche, you know now. Can't you see? Even if you cannot see with what, can't you see the body language of these people? Can't you see the body language? They don't like Simon Ekpa. They accuse Simon Ekpa that he is destroying the economy of Southeast.
Yes, they did. I would remember.
They have called him out separately. They said he's destroying the economy of this, and that is the reason. Even the time when when the foreign minister Bianca Ono, he immediately she took over. What was one of his agenda? The first priority was to visit Finland and begin to speak to Finland. That was the agreement. That was everything. Whether they might not come out to say it, that was exactly what they decided. Use your post and make sure you prevail upon the Finnish government to make sure you stop that guy. And she did it. Today, that guy is there, and the Fulani Herdsmen are running riots in Ali.
Okay. All right, thank you so much.
That is the worst. That for someone to enter into your land and rape your sisters and mothers in the farm is the worst inhuman. They have reduced your dignity to the ground.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, OJ. Something happened in Ondo State some days ago. These people attacked Ondo State, Yoruba land. massacre and kill some people, and no pushback or no, like everybody just like ignored it as if nothing actually happened. Would you go on, please? You have the floor.
Imperfect. Good evening.
Good evening, bro. Good evening.
Um, my man, Alcaria Papachilo, Chukwu, one for everybody. I see you now. Greetings. It is good we have this conversation from time to time for us to profound the permanent solution. Yeah, there is no excuse anyone can give that will make me understand that someone, that is farming in his ancestral land in Enugu, I be in Ondo, I be in Kwara, then somebody who is doing his own business as an herdsman, have an excuse why he should bring his cow, and for whatever reason, into a citizen's land, and eat up the crops, and if the person reacts, you kill the person. Like, you can't make it make sense. And as you rightly said, imperfect. It is not just happening in southeast alone. So
Even
it's not.
in Edo State, even in
It's not
Edo
im-
State, Congo, it happened. And they've been
imperfect.
killing
It's
them.
not a sectional issue. It's a national issue. So we shouldn't try to sectionalize it or tribal. No, it's a national issue. It is happening all over the country. Now, there's a proverb in my place that says you don't cut off the head because you have headache. And even me myself, Simperfect, I've been an advocate for youth for us to go back to farming. We've always had these conversations, and I've always, advocate for it that we can't all stay away from farming and expect us to grow as a country. We must have the thought of investing in agriculture to ensure as a way of us securing our country. Me, me, me myself, I have the personal experience recently when I approached my uncle, that based in the village, that I want a farmland though. How can we go about it on how to acquire a farmland? And the first thing he told me is that Fulani Herdsmen. It means that herdsmen know that allows the rest. So it's only a fool or a bastard who will not agree that this issue is a national issue that needed or needs to be discussed, right? So this is my own opinion on how I think we can permanently solve this problem. The security architecture of us as a country is overstretched. And I heard somebody saying that it is a way of politically, taking out the people of the Southeast. No, Tinubu is a president today. It is no longer Buhari. Are they not? Is S-men not attacking people in Ondo, in Oyo, in Kwara? Are you saying Tinubu will allow security men to side people who kill his own people? So I don't agree that it's a national problem,
How are you
and
sure
this is
that
how.
Tinubu is from Yoruba land?
I beg. I know they follow for this kind of discussion. I beg. What do you mean?
Let's
So
not let's
where
not
is he
digress
from?
now. Let's
So
focus.
so even if Tinubu is from Kano, are herdsmen not disturbing farmers in Kano? There is nowhere this problem is not happening. Is it in Kaduna? Is it in Zamfara? Is it in Benue? Is it in Kogi? So it's a national issue, right? And I strongly believe that maybe you might be right if you say or if you have the opinion that our security forces are not doing what they are supposed to do, but I will not agree that they are not doing anything about it. Is it enough? No. Can they do better? Yes. Now, if, in my own opinion, the permanent solution to this problem is community policing. For example, I'm from Oyo State. If I happen to be, a security force or a member of Amotekun, for example, right, or state police, for example, and my, where I am working is Oyo. Of course, from the way we are having this conversation, it will tell that we love our people. So I wouldn't. How much will you pay me, for me to sabotage the security of my people? I wouldn't do that. So the permanent solution is state police. And why I have this opinion is that because I believe that we are tribal people in Nigeria, we love our people. So we wouldn't sabotage the security of our people for the love of money. So I think so. Some of our governors in Southwest, they've started this issue of Amotekun. I hope and I pray, because they are pushing that, though Amotekun is trying to secure the land, which I believe that they are doing well. And recently, the governor of Ogun State is employing more. Even I think 2 days ago, he announced 500 people, that he wants to add 500 to his workforce. I applauded him, right? Because I know that they are doing their best. But one thing I've observed is they need, because of the laws that we are having at the moment, there are limitations in in the way that this guy is being equipped. If hopefully the problem of this state police is resolved, which I believe it should be done as soon as possible, because I strongly believe that our security forces is overstretched. It's been overstretched, and we are having security issues day by day. The solution, which I believe will solve this problem, is when state police is fully active and we have indigenous people well equipped. Imagine someone like Akukaria being a member of state police in his state. How much will you pay him? Because I've heard him spoke passionately about his people. I doubt if money will be able to convince him to sabotage the security of their people. So I just look forward that the reason why I'm saying this is because I heard someone saying, using it as an excuse to promote the activities of Samuel Ekpa. We have similar things, similar example in Oyo State, where Sunday Igboho, happens to pick up arm out of emotion, out of anger, which sometimes, because you can't fold your arms and see criminals, terrorists, not even, don't call them Fulani, no. They are terrorists, call them what they are. Coming to people's land, killing them, raping them in their own land, doing what is legitimate, right? So, but if why I wouldn't support such approach is because in the long run, most of these solutions could be counterproductive. So the best solution for me and the permanent solution for me is for state governors, to find a way to protect their own people, either through a Amotekun system, but it will go a long way if state police is being approved and these guys could carry sophisticated weapons that could face the rising challenges of their people. This is what I look forward to, and this is what I want Nigerians to begin to speak on, because I don't agree that cutting off the head, because of headache, is the best solution. But for us to look for a way to ensure a permanent solution, so that once those criminals come, it will be against them and the state. You not accuse community of attacking herdsmen or terrorists. As I want to put it, but it should be against them and the state. And not people, are not law-abiding citizens who are, being angered because of the activities of these terrorists. I don't know if my point is being put through, but this is what I think would give us lasting solution to this menace of these terrorists that is, that have been on the rise over time. Thank you, Imperfect.
Thank you
Please, I
so
have a
much.
question.
Wonderful submission. Thank you so much. No, you're welcome. Good for this. Greetings to you. Please, Oka, you're supposed to go next, but you're going to hear from the lady first. Then I'll come to you. Okay. Let's hear from Holy God. Then come to you. But Holy God, before you go, let us. Somebody said he has a question. Who has a question, please?
Yes, I have a question for him.
Okay, go ahead. That's the question.
Thank you so much. You've spoken well. My question for you is this state policing you're talking about, when do you think the people that have power will implement it? Because you're talking about when you talk of state policing, it has to go through legislation. They have to vote for it. They have to that means that the state has the power to run their own police. They have the power to do their thing without federal interference, without waiting for federal, right?
Yes.
Yes.
You've asked a good question. Over time, if you are following up with the politics, most stakeholders in the country, even the chief of defense staff, have agreed that it is time for us to allow state policing. The discussion
Okay.
is on, and they've all agreed because they are overstretched. This is the truth. They are overstretched. The talk is on. It's a national issue. It's not what one person will just. But I believe that within the shortest time, we are close to everybody agreeing and approving that state police, should commence as soon as possible, which I believe will be a better solution to this madness that is ongoing.
Okay.
Okay.
Can I chip in something too as well?
No,
Do you know?
no,
Do you?
Holy
I will stake like 90% that state policing will not come soon. And if we are waiting for state policing, people are dying. They are raping your mother, raping our sisters, and even at the same time, maybe impregnating some of them and burning some Fulani among us at the same time. You understand? So, and if you're talking of state policing, when states become that powerful, people like Nike
Please,
can
you
no
wanted to
longer
ask
fight
a
for
question.
Bara.
Asked a question.
I'm just trying to give you reason why state policing, that state power, state autonomy you're talking about will not come soon. Because the power that be, it will not favor them. And if you say the state.
Sorry guys, Mr. Imperfect, I agree. Zikora, please, can you not, personalize this conversation? It's not your time to speak. Other people have their hands up, so you can wait. When is your turn? You can say whatever you want to say, but can we go in accordance to the rules before? Thank you so much. Imperfect, who is next?
Okay, yeah, it should be okay. Okay, God. Okay, God. Then after I'll come to Ankara. Yes, thank you.
Okay. So good afternoon to, or rather good evening to everyone on the space, and Happy New Year to Sugar. Sugar, it's been a while. Happy New
Yeah,
Year. This
happy
is the
New Year
first
to
time
you
I'm
too. You're welcome. Good to see you again.
yeah. Yeah, good to see and hear from you again. I've been on your space a few times, but I couldn't stay, time and all of that. Okay, so for me, right, I'll just take a little cue from OJ when he said this is a national issue. I would love just a suggestion, right? If we can have the topic be Fulani Herdsmen attacks in Enugu, Southeast, Ondo State / Nigeria. Gong. I know all these other states are in Nigeria, but it's really a national issue because I do understand why we're talking about the Southeast, because as at 2 years ago, as at 3 years ago, even though these problems were already there, they were not as bad as they are right now. And as at 2, 3, 4 years ago, people were swearing especially people in the East, were swearing that what was happening in the North cannot happen in the East and cannot happen in the West. But I know that a couple of us kept saying there is a plan to spread out. This terrorism in the North and in the Middle Belt is not planned to just remain in the North and Middle Belt. The plan is to totally take over the Nigerian state. And how do we know this? We have heard this from even the terrorists themselves. They said it themselves. They told us. They keep telling us when they kidnap people and the people they have kidnapped that they don't kill get released and come back. These people tell us for the number of them that get to have conversation with them. They tell us this is what these guys are saying. They have a grand plan to totally invade this country. So we are here now, a place where we never thought the East would be in Nigeria. A place where we never thought that the South, because while we're saying Ondo, Enugu, is because of the recent happenings there, right? But what about the ones that have happened in River State as of 2 months ago, towards from December, January, the ones that happened in River State and people were complaining, the ones that happened in Delta State and people were complaining, the ones that have happened in Edo State and people have been complaining. What about those ones? I even think that as of 2 days ago, there was an attack in Edo State. I think I saw something like that in the news. So really, I, for one, would want to say, the reason I came up really is I just want to give voice to what is coming next. Because now we are talking about the killings, we are talking about the attack on farmlands, we are talking about the rapings of our mothers, our grandmothers. I will not even forget that we should start from grandmothers. Because when this whole Enugu thing started, even as far back as Ugwanyi's time, what we were hearing were that these guys were raping grandmothers. Not just mothers, not just young ladies on the farms, old women in their 70s, 80s that were still going to farm. These guys would rape them to death. As far back as Ugwanyi's time, it was happening, right? Now, these things happened first off in the north, core north, and then middle belt states. It became very hot as of 2022, 2023, 2024 in the middle belt. And it became more of a story to tell in the middle belt, while the ones in the east, south, and west were just grooming, they just kept grooming them, and then growing it into the kind of fireball it has become today. Let me say to us that what is coming next is what is happening in the middle belt and in the north, where states, communities, villages are having to pay taxes to terrorists. States, villages, different local governments are having to pay taxes. Like terrorists go come tell and say, now 20 million, una go give this month. People go gather money, go give them. And there are state government. See, we are not hearing these things in the back door or at the backyard. We are seeing these things in the news. So the state governors of these states are seeing, they know these things, and they are doing nothing. That terrorists want collect, they will actually write to the communities, you are paying this amount this month, and the communities have to pay. The one which scattered my head as at last week was the one I saw that in the news, they came out publicly. Hey God, they came out publicly to do ransom exchange. Like they brought the kidnapped victims of that village, told the villagers, okay, we're coming on so day. Let us negotiate release. Hey, Nigeria gone. I don't understand. Una kidnap people, carry them go keep somewhere. When una want release them, una call the village people, say see the day when they come. Una come publicly. Yes.
Sometime
Yes,
last week there was a video, one interview, the governor of Menda State was interviewed. He said he knew these people, their parents, their family members down to the house. And they're like, why can't you guys arrest them or take them out? He said, no, their hands are tied. Oh, I think that was the State governor. Let me see.
Yes.
Allegedly,
No,
Also the videos.
it's not allegedly, man. It's the truth that this one happened last year now. This was last year, 2024, that he actually came out and said this thing. And the bad thing is when he said his hands are tied, we all understand where he was coming from, but we did nothing. Somebody will ask, okay, what could we have done? I honestly don't know, but actually said it the way it is. And where that has taken both Niger State, Zamfara State, I think this thing I'm talking about happened in Zamfara State, where they openly came out last week to do negotiation. That I don't understand if that thing is not, the thing is cracking my head. Negotiation, say, Monaco will give you this is what you give us openly in an open field. And the governor, the security officers, nobody could do anything. Like, we just sit down, it happened, pure. Then go house, the people where they negotiate finish with, go house, go sleep, wake up, continue business like say nothing happened. See, that is what is coming to the East. I am saying, because it will pain me if anybody comes up here and say, never, it will never happen. It will happen if what is going down in the East right now with all these attacks continue and nothing happens. You see how these women and the people of Ehamufu, sorry if I'm not pronouncing that correctly. Yeah. You see how they massively came out and protested. See, I like that they did that. I like that they are not just going to keep crying in their homes and crying into each other in their communities. They are coming all out now in mass. And I want to trust God that they will not just protest this and it will end at the protest level, because I've not even heard Peter Mbah say anything about it. I am hoping that the people will begin to take initiatives themselves. See, this is what I just want to say to Southeast in rounding up. Let me just say this I hate to use the word Southeast, to Easterners, to the Southerners, to the Westerners, to the Middle Belters, to the Northerners, to everybody. This is what I'm going to say to you. Start talking about this thing, make it a case. Let it not be a Twitter discussion. Let it not just be what we just came on Sugar Space to talk about, and after talking about it, okay, we've talked about it, let's move on to the next topic. This has got to do with our lives. Beyond hunger, and this one is worse. Let's start talking about it in our very immediate communities. I'm talking your homes, I'm talking your neighbors, I'm talking when you gather together in different communities. Start talking about it. As you talk about it, begin to look for solutions. Forget the federal government. Forget the state governors. Like a couple of persons have mentioned, these state governors and the rest, their hands, I don't know if it is that they are tied or if they are just in bed romancing the terrorists. I don't even know which one to say about them, but these guys will do nothing to help the situation. At the end of the day, for the fact that our government for years have not been able to give us water, now we they dig borehole ourselves. They know they give us light, now we they do generator, now solar, many people they bank on. Everything now we they create, jobs now we they create ourselves. You know, get one way they do for us. Now our lives, we want they wait for people when no one give us, may them give us. They won't give us. So we need to start looking at ways to protect ourselves. We need to start doing that. Let's see, OJ, when you talk about state policing, it's a perfect solution, but only for when we have a government or a government that is sane, that cares, that is compassionate. For now, we don't have that. So that cannot even be a solution. Now, it is a perfect solution in a sane society, but we don't have a sane society. Right now, Nigerians only have themselves to protect themselves. We got to start looking at that angle. That is it for me. I yield. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank God for
Mr. Perfect, I have some question to ask my sister. Okay,
you
please.
allow me to finish now. Please. Okay.
Mazano, make I ask this question. Okay, I said, sister, okay. Yes, our women in Enugu came out to protest, but they came out to protest with empty hand, not even a pump action gun with them. And do you remember that these people, roamed the places there with AK 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, and the series, including general purpose machine gun. and RPG, rocket propelled grenade. Do you believe that? Do you know that they are in possession of this kind of deadly weapons? See, there is no how